Thank you.
Okay, we heard a few days ago the latest support you got from the president. What's new today?
Um, of course, I've always commended Mr. President for his deep interest in reinstating most of our roads in the country. Every day we get a lot of concerns from the public on the very deplorable situation of our roads, but there is no paper I came in respect of that Mr. President has not approved. And so just yesterday he approved over 260 roads interventions, all over the states, 36 states and the FCT. And recall last week he approved a lot of emergency road and bridges repairs. You have 3 bridges that collapsed in Southeast West Road. He approved for reconstruction immediately. We have Shandam, Lafia bridge that collapsed. He approved also for the repairs. We have about 17 points along East West Road that have been destroyed by flood. Mr. President has approved and released money for the immediate repairs. You have, of course, the Top Mainland Bridge, the resurfacing, and then some noticeable deflection which has to be done under the deck on top of the water with, of course, equipment. So Mr. President has also approved that. 2 bridges that collapsed in Enugu, approved by Mr. President. The 2 locations on the Showere Road, Mr. President approved the reconstruction. Lokoja Abuja Road, Mr. President approved the reconstruction. So I can name them apart from the 260, emergency repairs all over the country that was about, 217 billion naira. So I'm quite glad. But this afternoon again, Mr. President also approved, the upgrading of Abuja Kefi Akwanga Lafia route. Of course, it's an ongoing, but it's on a PPP with the Chinese. We are paying 15%. And of course, the construction of, Lafia bypass dualization, from Makodi through Oturupo, through Obolafo, down to 9th Mile. It's a major one. Mr. President has approved it. Again, it's being financed by China Exim Bank. The Lafia Kefi is also financed by, China Exim Bank. And then the construction of 7th Axa Route, Lekki Deep Sea Port, access in Lagos. We are, the state government of Lagos is building the deep sea port, meaning that all the cargoes that cannot bet at the existing ports in Lagos can now come to that location. And that's where the refinery of Dangote is located, the fertilizer. And I saw thousands and thousands of very serious, well-established companies that are already installing their equipment there. It's going to be a huge free trade zone. And so Mr. President has just approved that I should go ahead and sign the MOU and then, approve that it should be programmed for a priority in our, business with the Chinese. So that's what we have done today. Let me also announce that Mr. President approved the reconstitution of FEMA board. And this is very good for us so that work can now, get a little bit more serious with this FEMA in terms of very prompt maintenance of the road.
Honorable Minister, it seems you're going to be very busy from now on, and you talked about the money being released for this project. How soon are we seeing mobilization to start?
Well, there is a process. We are doing these designs and we are doing the procurement and selecting contractors to do this. We're calling some contractors that have existence projects within these locations. Getting selective tendering, from the approval of BPP, and these are the procedures. So I'm very sure that with the onset of dry season, from November, this work will get started, and we're going to put a lot of pressure on them for them to complete the works.
We wish you well done.
Thank you.